Hey, hi all. Welcome back to my channel and happy Independence Day to everyone. Right. Since long I have not recorded my video. Right. But we will still exploring the Agentic AI, Google AI things in my channel. So in today's video, we will talk about the ADK, right? ADK2 graph. In this ADK2 graph, in my previous video, if you see that, so we discuss about the ADK, right? And we discuss about the orchestration agent, right? And sub-agents. But in this ADK2 graph, we will specifically discuss about the graphical representation. How agentic AI will work by using the graphical representation. There's nothing new. It's just we normally we study in our schools graphs, right? Start point and end point, and conditional things. If A is greater than B, then go here. If A is greater than C, go here. Similar way, we have created a graph, and we will make our agents work on that graph, right? To follow the flow of that workflows. What should be done so that our agent can follow and produce the output. Let me share how we can do that. Understanding ADK2 graph workflow. So when we talk about the ADK, it's a Google framework for building the production grade AI agents, right? It's a graph-based workflow model. Let's developer compose an agent application in a directed graph of nodes connected by the edges instead of relying on the one large language model to reason away through every decision in a long prompt. So here what we are doing, so we just making our agent to follow the path with a graph which we are embedding for the LLM to work. So what are the main components of this one? So I will talk about the core component, right? The main component of these specifically ADK graph is your workflow. The container object for the whole graph. Take a names and edges list, compile down the standard runnable ADK agents. The important component, the second component, we're talking about the node. Node can be anything. It can be LLM. It can be your Python script, anything. For example, it is a, since I will give you example. So in above diagram, so this is a node. This is the agent. This is also node. This is also node, and this is also node, right? And whole thing is compiled as a workflow, right? So whenever this is a start node, right? This is a start node, and when we create the whole workflow, it is considered the workflow, which is a combination of your nodes, edges, conditional edges, and your conditional nodes as well as. Here, the second thing is edges. I talk about these are edges, right? These are conditional edges because classifier router will decide to which agent it will go. Either it will go to billing agent, either it will go to shipping agent, either it will go to the general agent, right? So we will start from here. We will use the classifier router will write a prompt. It will go to the classifier router, which will decide my request will go to which agent. Either it will go to billing agent, either it will go to shipping agent, and the general agent. This is based on the instructions which will give to our nodes. The second component which are the edges. So edges are those. These are the edges, right? A router. So this node is known as router node. This node is known as router node, which route your request to the which LLM agent it will go for. Very simple. So it's just a simple use case of uh, just order management, right? So we order something from Amazon and we want to understand the status of our order. So we have a chatbot. So when we're talking to a chatbot, we ask status of our order, right? It will send our request to shipping agent, and it will ask for the give me your order number. I will let you know. If I ask about the refund, it will send my request to billing agent. If any of the request doesn't meet, it will send my request to general agent. So this is way how router work, right? So start node I have already explained. Conditional edges. So you can see over this one. So these are the conditional edges. This these are the conditional edges, right? I'm talking about the event driven, right? So presently I'm not creating any event over there. So we can go for the event driven as well as, right? Fan out join. For example, tomorrow if you want to be join the output of all the three agent in a one, so we can also use the join node, right? But in my this example, this is just for demo purpose. I've just created a router node which we wrote our request based on the input we will give. I will give you a demo as well as so that it will be easy for you to understand, right? So we have a node config, right? That's the optional. So how do you write the node config and all the things, right? But in this example, for the ADK2 graph, I've just taken this graph for the demo. We have a start node, we have a router node, so we have a LM nodes, and we have a edges, and we have a conditional edges. Let me start you with the some of the demo so that it can be very easy for you. I'm using my Google Colab notebook, right? Right. So you can use your cloud shell. You can use your own laptop, right? We use your own virtual environment. So that all depends on. For this demo, I have used the Google Colab, right? So here I'm importing some of the important libraries, right? For example, I told so we have a specific libraries which need to be required for my this one that the workflow agent and runner important components. I am importing the in-memory session from the Google ADK to preserve the state. I am importing the start node, right, to start with. I am importing some event actions based on the events it will go, right? I am importing some types also so that I can use it. Model I have used is the Gemini 2.5 Flash. So I have used the, instead of using the vertex AI equal to true, I have used the API key, right? So let's go down. So I will explain you. So as I told, I have a one router node which wrote my request based on the input, based on the node input. Right? For example, if in system node input type content, right? Else type string node input equal to, right? So whatever the content we have given, so we have specifically converted into lower. If any query have the word like charge or refund, route or request to billing. If any of them a query having the word like where or tracking, route or request to the shipping. If any of the query match nothing, route the request to my default agent. So I have a default means journal agent. So I have one billing agent, right? Model, it will take it from here, which I have given over the model, right? Instruction, handle billing queries, be brief. Handle shipping queries and handle this. These are the instructions. So I have already given the router node. If any of them request with the word like charge or refund, so send my request to the billing one. If anything regarding the tracking order, send my request to the shipping agent or send to the general agent. So after that, I need to create a workflow, as I told. So as in my diagram told, so when we combine all the things in a one single framework, that is considered workflow. Workflow. We have a start node, we have a router node, and we have a LLM nodes. So I am creating the edges, right? I am creating the edges. From the start, it will go to router. node from the router node. So it will use the conditional edges with the billing agent, shipping agent, and general agent, right? So I will use the runner, right? And node equal to workflow, right? And this is the name of the my test tab. You can give it and in memory session. So it will store and stay to the in memory, whatever the session is there. To make it dynamic, I just added a one loop while loop so that I can run this as a dynamic way. Right. Let me run this and show you. Okay. Check my refund. I am asking check my refund. See, please provide your order number or account details so I can check. So which agent it will go? To the billing agent, right? Track my order. Track my order. Which agent will go? General agent, right? I will ask, where is my order? Where is my order? Which agent will go? Shipping agent. No, I will ask buy. So, so here's the magic. So we have a graph. From the graph, we can easily route our request from the which agent it will go, right? So just like a travel agent, right? You can choose any of the example to do that. So we can deploy. Either we can use the ADK deploy, we can deploy it to the agent runtime, we can deploy it in the cloud run, right? All depend upon the your command. But in Google Colab, so I'm not using any of the agent runtime. I'm just trying to be run it on the one of the Cloudflare and the Streamlit I have used to deploy it to show you also. So I have already, if you see, this is my code for the Streamlit. So if you go at the end. Let me show you that specific thing. 1 second. Yeah. So it is already running, right? So it's the same process. So it is already running, right? If I go over there, so I have already deployed it, right? So I deployed it using the Cloudflare as a tunnel and I'm using the Streamlit to deploy this. So, but we can deploy it using the ADK, ADK Web or ADK this because I'm using Google Colab. So ADK Web specifically gives us a local interface, so it will not run in our laptops. So that's why I'm using the Cloudflare and the Streamlit, right? So this is it. See, this is the ADK routing workflow statement. Hi. See the match. If my request go to general agent. I need my refund. Can you please share details of my refund? My request will go to the billing agent. I cannot access your personal account for refund details. Please contact the customer support directly regarding your refund. Okay, fine. Where is my order? Can you please track it? Yeah. It request will go to my shipping agent. Please check your order confirmation email or tracking as long as. So this is the instruction we have. System instruction already we have given. And user is giving the instruction and based on that instruction given to the system, it is replying me and it is routing my request. So we have a router node which is routing my request. To which node, which LLM node it will go? Either it will go to the billing agent, either it will go to my shipping agent, either it will go to general agent. So this is all about ADK Graph 2 with the practical session which I have shown you, right? So guys, if you like my video, kindly like and subscribe also. I will keep sharing my sessions on this, right? Keep providing the new things which is coming, right? So I've created this video after a long time. Thank you for watching, and thank you for this. So thank you everyone.